and welcome to today's little recap. So it's Friday. Yesterday we did the positional strength workout, or that's what I want to call it anyway, where we were simply going with low reps, but some movements that were making us have to focus a lot on our, I'm not going to call core, but I'm going to call on our trunk, and engaging that, pulling our shoulders back. Sometimes the hand was in the overhead position. Sometimes it was like a row or scapular retraction, but again, the focus around this guy being the one that is where we're going to fall apart in terms of the movement. So that's where we are. Moving on to today. So today, feeling a little bit through the shoulders after yesterday. Core is fine for me. Trunk, reason being, I ruck every day with a 35 kilo or 77 or so or pound ruck, and I go twice a day for 30 to 40 minutes, take the dogs for a walk, and then I also do that on the weekends for longer because it's my time out, my time to absorb podcasts, and I enjoy doing it and getting outside. So trunk work for me, I'm fine with. I don't have a weak core, but quite a strong core. I've got quite a solid, I'm quite thick through here. So therefore, we thought what we'll do today is give that a bit of a rest and utilize that a little tiny bit in terms of this, I'm going to simply call it a leg pump workout. Now, there's only two movements you're going to see in the write-up once this processes. I've got the bench set here. We're simply going to do variations on a box squat. You can see behind me, we've got the rack set up, and it's just the empty or the unladen bar. But what we're going to do is we're going to go at a nice steady tempo. So down, hold, up, hold, down, hold, up, hold. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're going to simply use that. So that, say 2 seconds down, half a second to a second pause, 2 seconds up, half second to second pause, and back down. So 2, 1, 2, 1 maybe for a tempo, or 2, 0, 2, 0. It's not an explode out, it's a touch the butt and come back up. But we're going to go for 20 reps. We're going to go for 20 reps and just to get focused on the leg pump. And I am doing it with my heel slightly elevated, using the end over here. And that's actually forcing me to learn to keep my hips out. Typically when I squat, I like to squat quite wide because I don't have great dorsiflexion, so I like to sit down through my squat. This bringing my feet in a little tiny bit is actually helping me focus on my hip stability and dropping my knees out. From there, we're going to come on to the rower and we're going to row for 20 calories. And again, we're going to focus a lot on the leg drive, pull, and a nice slow return before an aggressive catch and a pull. We're not stroking fast, we're stroking around 14 strokes in a minute. So it's 1 every 3 seconds or thereabouts. It's quite slow, but emphasis is on the push. And other than the first 2 pulls, we're looking to get 1 calorie for every pull. So roughly 22 to 23 strokes for the 20 calories. And at that stroke rate, that nice and easy, it's about a minute 05 to a minute 10 for your 20 calories. I'm just going to go backwards and forwards. And at the moment, I finished in about 6 rounds, just simply 3 variations on the squat. So the first one was back squat, trying to bring it, first time I did it quite a high bar, sitting quite up here. The second time we did it, I had it sitting down a bit lower, a bit of a low bar squat. So that's the 2 variations in the back squat. I then did an overhead squat. It is something that I typically don't do, but after what I did yesterday, I felt like I wanted to test that. And again, I'm not going ass to grass, I'm not going super heavy, and I'm focusing on just trying to keep this back here rather than being forward, which has always been the problem that I've had with the overhead position. So I've actually managed to focus it back on here, get a bit of a carryover from yesterday. Did that for 2 rounds, and then the other one was front squat. My front rack is not the best, so 1 round of simply just getting the fingertips in, quite painful in the fingertips for me, and the second round just simply letting it sit here and having the thumbs up, but driving the elbows up, pushing the bar right into here, okay, right into the trachea. Quite uncomfortable, but that's forcing me to sit up, and again we go for there. So again, 6 rounds of that, so a total 120 reps, and then 6 rounds in a row, again 120 calories, all up and done, cruisy in about 24 minutes, and you're going to find the emphasis is quite clearly on the quads today. Now if you're doing this at home and you don't have this gear, then what you could do, you could grab yourself your sandbag and you could do the same thing. So find an elevated platform, slight slope, break in the driveway where one's slightly higher, or even just go and find yourself a nice little, small little timber, a little bit of a 2x4 or 2x1, just place it under the heels and elevate it. Or if you don't need that, just simply get your squats down, but again, nice and steady with a tempo. Instead of the leg drive on this here, what you could do is you could modify this here with, say, some walking lunges, or you could then modify the back squat with some skipping, albeit not so much calf, not so much quad work, but more calf work. And again, just skip roughly at a nice steady pace for around that minute to minute 15. That's the workout. Please enjoy, please like, please subscribe, and please, as always, tell a friend. Cheers.